Garry versus Michael Venom Page. Both have long reach, both utilise jab work, movement. But to be honest, I don't really think either have got to the level that they both think they're at. Venom Page never did it as good as he could have done in Bellator. He was elusive for a while and then he got knocked out. But that happens when you showboat like he does. I saw him in his last fight and I thought he was really good for a bit, but then gaps started to emerge. Whereas I think if he's not got a defence against Garry, then Garry will just edge it. So I'm not going to go on with this one because it's a fight that either could win. It is a tight 50-50. But I think MVP made Kevin Holland look really basic, and that's hard to do. Garry should have enough though. Garry should have enough, but is it too soon for him with the experience of Venom Page? Or is it a case of the 14-0? I mean, who's Garry fought, man? At least MVP's come and made Kevin Holland look like the gatekeeper that he is now accepted to be in. I don't know. This is tough. This is tough because you've got a guy who's older, who has all the reflexes and the skills, versus a guy who's younger. And I don't think he's as good as he thinks he is, but he does have that non-stop pressure, the leg kicks, the jab set up. And I think Venom Page, for all the moving he does, will he be able to get off the shots against Garry? I'm going to say no. I'm going to edge Garry just on points. Now, that's tough because Venom Page is sort of a points type of fighter with a style. He moves about a lot. He's hard to catch. And it's going to take Garry. It's going to be like a chicken run sort of fight. But I think Garry will set up that jab, and the defence of Venom Page, he's not really got one. And that's going to go against him when Garry's catching him and utilising the leg kicks and talking to him. And it's going to be an interesting fight. It is a 50-50. And these are the ones I often struggle with because you just don't know. But on this, I think youth will prevail for a change. It's normally experience that prevails in this. I actually think youth will prevail. And I think that Garry, not whether he's as good as he says he is, but he's definitely good enough right now to showcase his skills and just get a win against Venom Page. It's a dangerous fight because Venom Page could counter him. He's got reflexes. But I think as the rounds go on, Garry will tire him out and edge a points decision. That's the way I can see it. That's what I'm feeling. There'll be a lot of early blistering stuff from Venom Page, but then once Garry gets going and gets him towards the cage and utilises more of the kicks, I'm going with Garry. It'll be more of a stand-up fight, this, with Page on the back foot. But I think Garry has enough. He's a cleaner striker, and he's just got enough on his skills to beat him. Garry, 4D win on points. I don't see a stoppage, but you never know. Usually plays. What do you think? Does Garry get the win, or is MVP just too ferocious and too slick for him? I'm going Garry on points. Peace.